So Big J is no longer doing YouTube anymore, or more so, he's not doing YouTube on his main channel or his second main channel, because he has a main channel, which is this. This is the main channel that he hasn't posted to in quite some time. He used to do Minecraft content when he was part of the SMP servers. That's what he did. And then he moved over to this channel, which he is now no longer doing because he is tired of the rat race. Now, I like Jay. I like Big JJ. Big JJ is one of the greatest content creators of all time because he doesn't lie about how much money he makes. He tells everybody, I'm rich. I have money. I could buy your entire net worth 16 times over. I could buy everything you own. I have it all. And I like that. And he didn't joke about being a greedy, emotionally stunted business goon. He method acted the beauty of being just a goon. He just loved money so much. He held up a bag of money and said, guess what? This is what I got. Guess what I got? This is it. I got it. Every other YouTuber is rich just like me. I'm a millionaire. Ludwig, millionaire. Moist Critical, millionaire. They're just like me. I have less views than them, so that must mean I'm making less money than them. But guess what? And he framed the video, this video right here, the thanks for everything video, as him reacting to a comment that said, if you're rich, why do you keep posting? But on the weekly slap right here, he ended up saying, well, I actually am sick of the rat race. But I've always enjoyed his persona because he's the line between the character who jokes about selling out and the entity that sells merch. He is the fine line as a person. And those are the ones that make it the most. There's somebody called Michael Reeves. Michael Reeves to me is somebody who is a fine line between insane and genius, and he snorted that line. Michael Reeves is a great content creator. You Jschlatt is an amazing personality because he is a very greedy, money-absorbed human being, but he jokes about it so often that it's become just a staple of who he is. And I think it's beautiful because when you satire because of a system, right, becomes so proficient, so successful that it becomes a proficient, successful part of the system. That's what it is. You set out to make a mockery of the machine sees your mockery, nods appreciatively, and offers you a wholesale distribution deal. It's the same as what South Park is doing right now to Paramount. It's insulting Paramount, but also saying, hey, I'm using Paramount for money. Same way through. You become the living, breathing, tax-filling embodiment of the joke you were telling. The snake doesn't eat its own tail. It opens the food truck and sells tail burgers, and a line wraps around the block. It's amazing. He's built a funhouse mirror, and then he had to live inside of it. And after a while, you forget which version of you is the reflection. The laughter of the audience becomes the echo in your head. And one day you look in an actual mirror and you have to ask, is the bit over or am I the bit now? And that's what happens with so many people. I don't think it happened to Jay, but I think what happened, he explained in the weekly slap that he continually kept thinking about content over and over again. Content. And they tell you you're free. You're your own boss, no clocking in. You create your own schedule. But when you become your own boss, you realize you're a bad employee. A lot of people realize they suck at this. They suck at having the freedom to do whatever they want to, because it's a lie. The schedule is your own nervous system. The boss lives in the part of your brain that monitors dopamine hits and comment sentiment. It was what's happening all the time. So many people have told me, they say, don't read comments. Don't read them. They're not good for your mental health. No, I'm going to read them because you would read them. You would read them. Oh, bro, you fell off. Only 5 views in 2 minutes. Every time someone comments something like that, every single time, it does affect somebody. It does affect them. The time clock of your job is the perpetual gnawing awareness of relevance decay. So whenever you comment something of that variety, we feel it. The pressure isn't post or get fired. The pressure is post or cease to exist. Your identity becomes contingent on consistent digital mitosis. You must split yourself into weekly installments to prove you're still alive. The fluorescent light inside your skull isn't a metaphor. It's a medical description of the anxiety of anyone who has ever watched an upload buffer and feel their self-worth buffer along with it. He voiced the quiet terror. This isn't a job, it's a symbiotic possession. The audience isn't a fan base, it's a metabolic requirement. You feed them content, they feed you existence. Stop feeding and you starve, but the feeding itself is eating you from the inside out. I do want to point this out. He won.
he makes more money than I'm ever going to make doing this YouTube stuff. He has deeply won. He has absolutely won the game of YouTube by the metrics of the game. He so loudly pretended to play, but was actually playing. He won. He got the bag. He built the empire out of satire and irony and whatever he has. He's done it. And then he discovered the hidden clause in the Faustian bargain. You have to keep wanting it. One of my favorite series of all time is Chainsaw Man. In Chainsaw Man, the main character, Denji, gets a goal, and he achieves that goal, but then he has to have a new goal, and he keeps constantly having to get that new goal throughout the entire series, and realizing that when he achieves that goal, what happens after? Nobody talks about the silent decay of what happens after you discover yourself or after you get self-healing, because it doesn't end. It doesn't end when you achieve your goal. So what, you're a CEO, what's next? So what, you become a millionaire? I want to be a billionaire now, a multi-millionaire, what's next? So what, I hit 10,000 subscribers, I want to hit 100,000, okay, I hit 100,000, I want to hit 500,000, I want to hit 1,000,000. Well, what's after 1,000,000? What's after this? And that's what happens. It's the need of being human. It's over and over again, and we keep having ourselves addicted to this over and over again. The blessing of success is that it questions the question, can I make it? It answers that. It answers that question. The curse of success is that it replaces it with, why did I think this would fix me? Why did I think this success would fix me? It's winning the lottery and finding the check is printed on sandpaper that slowly rubs your fingerprints away. The money, the fame, the influence, it's all real, you get it, but so is the hollowing. So is the realization you trade the simple aching desire to be seen for the complex, horrible, weird reality of being watched. Two different things. The light that warmed you now sterilizes. And I've experienced this in some small ways where people keep saying, you should make what you want to make, you should do this, you should do that, and I do. But I also know that sometimes I have to make videos that you guys want to see. So when he said, I'm quitting YouTube, it's him just saying, I'm moving to a farm upstate. It's a relocation of the self. Because he isn't leaving the internet. Not at all. He is performing a targeted extraction. He's leaving the part of the ecosystem that demands constant human sacrifice to the algorithm. The main channel, it's more of a throne. And thrones are where assassins aim. He's stepping down from the throne, but not out of the kingdom. He is going to a second channel. He is going to his other stuff. That's what he's doing. It's tactical awareness of a soldier who realizes the hill he's taken is made of his own bones. And holding it means grinding more of himself into the dirt. It's saying, I will not let the thing I created become the thing that decreates me. And I don't think the lesson isn't YouTube bad. The lesson is, no narrative is worth the demolition of your narrator, is what I think that is amazing. Sustainable creation is what I keep hearing people say. It's an oxymoron and a system designed for exponential extraction. You are the mine and the miner. The only way to be sustainable is to periodically stop being a mine, to let the soil reclaim itself, to remember you are a landscape, not a resource. So I keep saying, it's so interesting. So many people will not know what's going behind in YouTube. YouTube Studios has this metric where they will say 1 out of 10, last 10 videos, and it shows you the bigness of how big you are on YouTube. It's a whole thing. And most of my videos usually hit 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I post a lot. And my bigger videos, they always haunt me. They tell you, well, these are the best videos you've done. You should make content similar to this. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. I think him stepping back is great. I'm happy. It's amazing. I'm sure there's 10,000 other creators thinking, oh, thank God, someone said it. You are allowed to save yourself from the story. The story will continue. You might not if you don't. That's what's going to happen. Right? I think that the man who built a persona on not caring revealed he cared enough about his own mind, his own future, his own humanity to walk away from the very engine of that persona. And I think that's amazing. That's good. It's a punchline growing a conscience is what he's done. It's a joke realizing it's alive and asking for a glass of water and a moment of quiet. And I love the weekly slap, by the way. It's, if you've never seen the weekly slap channel, it is him playing old shooters, Call of Duty, and just talking over it. Because he's choosing, instead of quitting, choosing the unoptimized reality of being a human being. And it's nice. It's very, very nice to see that. It's very, very lovely to see that. So it's fun because he'd always joke about saying, I'm going to sell my soul. Well, now he's refusing to sell his sanity. And that's beautiful. I think that's priceless. So thank you, You Jschlatt. I hope other creators that are at the top realize that they can do that. They have the freedom to. Go be a person. Go be a person, please.
I'm your Nick and night, be my Laurel. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.